Welcome back to Screen Theme as we discuss the movie Green Book with Marshala Ali and Vigo Mortensen. Now, this is a story of a musician. This is based on a true story, by the way. And the reason why it's called Green Book is because it's based on the Green Book. A guy named Mr. Green, I'm not making this up, and not from the movie Clue, but a Mr. Green actually wrote this book, and back in these 1930s and 20s, and it was very hard for African Americans to just travel. They couldn't just stay anywhere. They had to be very careful, so you have to know the route. And he wrote a book to give African Americans the route, the safest place to stay, which was called the Green Book, named after him. So African Americans who traveled around the world would know where to stay. And Dr. Don Shirley, who's a world class pianist, uh, very classy. And this is in the 1950s or something like that. And he was in need of a driver and for protection because, the good old boys could hurt him while he was out on the road. And Green Book, to me, is a very amazing movie. They was like, this is like driving Miss Daisy in reverse. And it's true. That's exactly what it's like, except for they kind of got to know each other, have very funny banter going back and forth. And, and Peter Farley directed it. But it was pretty interesting how they got Vigo to play the role of an Italian guy from the Bronx named Tony Lip. And he's a bouncer from the Bronx. And they got him to be his driver and protection out on the road. And he got it to the point where he wanted his driver to be smarter, and because his life is on the line. They both could have been killed out there by the cops, So Viggo Mortensen, and it seems like it's a long time ago, but 1960s is not that long ago. Well, you couldn't even drive down south. I didn't get a chance to see this when it was at the Chicago International Film Festival, so I had to watch the film like everyone else when it came out, and it's amazing. The direction, the color schemes, everything was just very well directed, and it is a very good movie. Green Book is by far 4 stars across the board. It's an exceptional movie, and I implore that most people go out there and watch it. It's a serious movie, so if you're not into this type of thing, then sometimes you see people that are like, I'm not really into it. It's not my kind of movie. So might not be your kind of movie. You might be too young for it. But it's very educational, and a lot of people need to see it. Need to be made aware. So on that note, it's your boy Carcino. I'm out. Thank you for tuning in to Screen Fiend, and please subscribe.